Auntie Tay, and if you guys don't know who I am, that's who I am. Welcome to my channel. It is October, which is one of my favorite times of the year for my channel because you get to do costumes and really cool things. This year I did Amazon, different things with things that I got on Amazon, and this video pushed me to another level of brain power. I had to think pretty hard on how to do this, and I've seen people do it in videos but have never actually shown how to do it. And this one, I figured it out. I think I got it down to a science and filmed it for you guys. So enjoy the transformation from Belle's peasant dress to her fancy dress. You could also do this with Cinderella. I've seen a lot of people do it with the Cinderella dress, but basically every princess has a regular dress and a non-regular dress that you could do this with. So if your kid loves theater or having fun and doing these kinds of things, then this would be a fun thing for you to do. So let's get going. All right, to start with this dress, I purchased two different dresses on Amazon. I purchased this yellow dress that reminded me of Belle. It has a lot of layers, which actually made this process a little bit harder. And I would suggest getting a little bit longer dress if you want this effect to work even better. And then I ordered the costume that is inspired by the Emma Watson Belle. It's super cute. It's literally Belle from the live action movie. All right, so we're trying to figure out how this dress is going to function. So instead of cutting it and just winging it or trying to ruin some dresses, we created kind of like a mock dress by using a jacket, a t-shirt, and two different skirts, because we're gonna cut the two dresses or one dress, and we wanna make sure that the function is gonna work before we just want to make sure we understand the function completely, which I don't even know if I understand it. Do you understand it? So we're trying to figure that out. A little bit. We think we know, but we don't really know. So we're gonna try a couple things by pinning these together and like testing them out, and then we're gonna go in with the real dresses. Think we can do it? Yeah. All right. All right, so to start, we need to get the top and the bottom separated on whatever dress is gonna be your cover-up dress. So this one worked out great because it kind of had this separated top with the elastic, so I just cut under that, and the top was complete. And I needed to somehow make it so that it opens, and I was going to originally cut down where the stitches are, but I didn't want to really mess with that, so I just cut right down the center, and then I'm taking some Velcro and cutting that Velcro in half so that it's a very thin strip so that it's really easy to pull off, and then I'm just hot gluing all of that on. And I am hot gluing this whole dress so that anybody and everybody can do a dress like this if they want to for Halloween. But it's definitely something you can sew if you want to sew all the spots that I'm hot gluing. What we realized was that the bottom of the skirt right here, well, it's the top of the skirt that will attach to this part, has to get as big as the entire bottom because it has to expand and fall to the bottom of the dress. So with that, we have to get it to be as big as possible, but then when we reattach it at the top, it has to be as small as possible. So what I did was I went and found some peasanty fabric. Sorry if you like this fabric because I just called it peasanty, but I'm taking a little portions of this and sewing it into the top so that when it opens up, it has these V's that kind of open, but we can hide them, or if you see them a little bit, they blend in with the fabric. Okay, so we need to take this and make it so that it can open up really big. So I cut 4 slits, one in the front, one in the back, and 2 on the sides, so that we can put some more fabric in here that's kind of gonna act like a pleat. But in the reverse, well, it's a pleat. So then I cut triangles out of our fabric, and I'm just going to hot glue them in. Again, you can sew this. Sorry, my camera is being super weird and annoying, but I'm basically doing right sides together with this V so that when the dress is on again, you can't see any of the seams. So I'm just going to put these in here like so on one side and then onto the other. And it kind of creates this really big, like a rectangle. And so now I'm going to take the bell dress or whatever dress you want this to transform into. And you're going to turn it inside out. I'm leaving the top in just so I have more room to work. But I'm going to turn it inside out and then I'm going to slowly slide on the bottom of the new dress. So the top, the dress that you want to be on first. And we're going to hope that the bottom matches the edges. So in reality, this did not. I would need this to be exactly the same size as the bottom of the yellow dress, but I'm just gonna add more fabric in a little bit. So I'm gonna slowly hot glue the edge of the top of the dress, so the part that goes around the waist, to the bottom of the yellow dress. And you're gonna see I was left over with a lot of fabric. So I actually just took a big chunk of fabric and sewed it in. Put the yellow dress on her completely, and we already pulled this up. So I'm gonna show you guys how I did that. This is kind of how you'll like reconstruct the dress once it's all transformed. You'd put her back in the yellow dress completely, and then you take this bottom portion and you don't flip it, you just take this and you tuck all the yellow in and you bring this up. So hold that. You're gonna notice this is a lot of fabric, so we're gonna have to come up with a mechanism to pinch it closed. So I cut up a bunch of pieces of Velcro and made little squares, and I glued them onto the original fabrics of the dress on the inside of the yellow, but only on the parts where the original was. And then I took a strip of Velcro, the opposite type of Velcro, and glued it onto the inside of the top and used squares just for the elastic part so it could still expand. I finished putting all the Velcro on the inside, so now I'm gonna have her put the yellow dress back on and put this guy on here. So it covers everything up here, and now we have the Velcro on the inside, which we're probably gonna have to clean some of this up because I thought I was gonna Velcro to the outside, but I'm gonna Velcro to the inside. So now we're going to bring up our bottom, and what I did was I only put Velcro on where the original portion of the dress was, so I could Velcro those in, and then I could cinch all of the extra fabric that I sewed inside the dress with the other portion. And it actually makes it pretty easy because it has like this stitch right here that continues on the pattern. So I know that starts right there. So I'm just gonna Velcro that right there and work my way to the parts that I sewed. I'm going to bring the original pattern to the original pattern like this. Here, turn this way, and bring your arm up. And I'm gonna tuck the extra fabric that I sewed inside so that it kind of folds under. But like I said, since it's peasanty, it looks decent in bringing these patterns together while I tuck the green in. Okay, so she's got kind of a poofy bottom, and we wanna hide all the pieces, make sure they're all hidden. So the only step left is making sure that this looks pretty, so I can add maybe a ruffle that's just attached to the top that kind of dangles over, which will be super simple. And then we also have to figure out how to make sure that this bottom falls. So while we have it on perfect, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to then just take a little bit of hot glue little dabs and put them right to the inside. Just making sure that the dress stays long enough that it's appropriate, but it still gives it that look. And then I can see that once everything's tacked down, the top does kind of show a little bit, so we'll just need to make sure that we don't weigh it down too much, or we figure out a solution for up here. You can add more ruffle to the top if you need to. Here, come closer. So we can add some more white ruffle right here if we need to, but I don't think it's gonna be a huge problem.